just shredding on guitar, a drummer that's just like insane, and then a vocalist that's putting everything out there, and a bassist that is also. Welcome to another episode of Fridge Break Time.
Woo! Yes.
Today we got Eric Larson, a.k.a. the Mayor of Green Bay, with us. Ooh. And
that wasn't a boo, that was more like...
Yeah. And the first returning guest.
Ooh, yes, all right.
Can we do like growls? So how you doing, Eric?
If I was any better, I'd be you guys. Life is great.
That's why they made two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can better there'd be two of you.
Oh, can you imagine?
So we brought Eric back here, number one, because he's a great friend. And number two, he shares a big love with us. Metal music.
Metal.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, like Clay. But I guess you can't see the horns in the audio.
Yeah.
So we're putting the horns up. Too much metal for one hand.
Horns. Oh, yeah. Boom.
We could do a 3-1.
Boom.
Boom.
No, we're not.
So this will be a metal-themed episode again with Eric.
I'm down for it.
And we're just going to open up a portal to hell.
We're not going to be painting shades with a knife.
No. Did you do that since the last episode?
I tried.
That's metal as fuck.
I tried. I couldn't do it.
How much Slayer would you say you listened to since then?
I've listened to quite a little bit. South of Heaven, I've played a huge amount of South of Heaven. I've been kind of tripping
Since
on
that episode?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I love me Slayer.
So how about, have you been to any shows lately?
Yeah, this year we went to 3 Days Grace and somebody else, and they were pretty good. But then Sunday night we were at Soulfly.
Ooh, that's a fucking that's a band drop right there.
And,
name drop, whatever you want to call it.
And Gwar, but Soulfly was just fucking great.
That's good to hear.
I went through a Soulfly phase.
Yeah, they were incredible. Max has got it still going on.
Jump the fuck up.
Jump the fuck up. Yep. Yeah,
I wish we could do that right now. Like take a jump the fuck up break.
Yeah, we could.
We should just do that whenever we cut to a break. Just be all right, it's time, guys.
Yeah, but
jump the fuck up.
Infringe on some copyright things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Grab some pizza. Make it happen.
Yeah, just jump the fuck up.
So we'll dive into part one. Whoa. I already asked kind of a question that went along with that, but along with going to recent concerts, do you know how many concerts you've actually been to?
Whoa. I'm going to do that after every question.
It's well over 500.
We got the right guy here. Do you have the tattoo on your arm like Vin Diesel in that one movie, 500?
I actually have no tattoos.
That's not metal.
Well, I don't know. I've seen people with tattoos.
But there are a lot of metal musicians.
I'd say there are a lot of metal musicians who do not have tattoos.
So yeah, no, it's badass to not have tattoos.
Are we on that roller coaster ride of tattoos now?
But I'm not judging. My son's all tatted up, and he's got a huge metal.
So is he cool or not cool?
All my children are cool. Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
Good answer. That's what I thought. Just making sure. And they have a cool dad.
Well, I'd like to hope I am. Yeah.
Well, you would listen. to metal.
You have a beard and you listen to metal, so
yeah, I do listen to metal. I listen to it a lot. It's my life.
What about with concerts? Do you have a favorite concert memory? One that sticks out?
Oh, there's a ton, right? I've been to incredible shows, all kinds of great things. I said as of recent, I saw Mammoth and Return to Dust at the Epic, and I'm telling you, Wolf Van Halen is something to behold live. It was incredible. Return to Dust was a banger. But if I go back in my memory, what was really important to me that I really remember is, Anthrax back in the day was such a live show, so intense.
is this pre-Run DMC?
Oh,
no, not Run DMC. Sorry.
No, that was a Public Enemy.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, boy. Anyways, Anthrax live is incredible. We saw Accept in the basement of the rave.
Who was it?
Accept.
I don't think I've ever actually heard that name.
They're a German band. They're a German metal band, actually. Yeah.
The Germans are coming?
No, this is from way back in the day, but we saw them, and my brother-in-law and I got there, and there was like nobody there, and I'm like, what, do they suck now? And we were right up against the stage, and we were waiting, and all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, the place is just packed, and you can't even move. and they put on a show, and we were like laying right on that stage in the basement. It was an incredible show. You know, when you're that close up and tight, it's nuts.
Would you say laying?
Yeah, like laying onto the stage.
Oh yeah, I see how you
I
did it,
like.
Cross.
I had a mental picture. Like you guys were just like, "Oh, it's a pretty sweet show. We're just gonna lay down for a little
No,
bit."
no,
They
laying
just
on
let
the
us stay.
stage.
Yeah, they let us lay on the stage during the show.
Yeah,
That's VIP before it was.
we had a great show last year. Last year, my son took me down to see Gojira at the Sylvie.
there. They got some bangers.
Oh my God! Yeah,
They
we were
just
right up against
opened
the
up.
stage.
What was it? Would that have been 4 years ago at the Olympics?
Yep. Yeah, they did the. Yeah, they did.
They helped put metal on
Yeah,
a
they did.
global level.
It was
On
quite
full
cool.
display.
When they had each had a window or whatever they were playing. Yeah. So we got to
Metal
meet
as
them.
fuck.
I could go through. You know, we had an incredible time at Parkway Drive and Kill
Oh
Switch.
yeah. Cheers to that one.
Cheers. Yeah, that was
Oh,
a
at
great.
the Summer of Loud tour
Summer of
that we
Loud,
went to with you last summer.
That was great.
That was a stacked show.
Yeah, I body surfed like 4 times, I think.
We watched.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say we witnessed it.
So it was pretty great.
That's where we're gonna insert the picture right there. Of,
And we have so many, like, you know, it's getting a little crazy with the concerts, but like my wife said, you know, when you're raising kids, we stopped going to concerts for a long time because you're just busy with your kids and you're doing family things, right? And now family things are going to concerts with our kids.
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so
You raised them right then
Yeah.
to get to that
Perfect.
level.
By the way, speaking of Kill Switch, did you see the picture? The frame picture on the wall?
yeah, I see that, Adam.
Adam D. Cheers to that guy. He fucking loves beer. He probably
Cheers.
love this podcast.
You should let him know. Tag him up.
Maybe one day he'll be on here
With you
He'll be
sitting
sitting
right
right. Yeah, he'll be sitting there.
Say it's that Kane guy who goes body surfing and people get hit in the head with his brace.
Do you remember when Adam at Summer of Loud tour, he got the whole crowd to chant "The Bears still suck"
Yep.
for their tech guy?
Yep.
That's a Chicago Bears fan.
Yep, that's beautiful, and they should. Yeah,
And he drank that beer. He went out, still playing, and went and grabbed that beer.
I have a hard time going to Chicago for metal shows. My son goes down there a lot for metal shows, but I can't. You know,
I always felt weird going there, like just.
Well, I
But
hated the parking situation.
I don't have enough ammunition and guns to go down there, and sometimes with the Aragon Ballroom and stuff, it's crazy down there.
we did see one of the best shows ever there. What year was that? That would have been 2013, 20,
It was somewhere in there.
2012 maybe. But Parkway Drive was down there. That was right off the Deep Blue out.
Yeah,
Before Dark Days album? Dark Days was
Atlas.
out or Atlas, I mean.
Yep.
Atlas was out because they performed, I remember them performing
Dark
Swing
Days,
and all
yeah.
that. Yeah. But they had that place packed. And that's the first ever I felt that floor flexing.
Yep.
And then people brought their swim rafts
Yep.
and were, crowd
Typical Parkway
surfing. Yeah.
fashion.
Yep, beautiful.
So I'll give it to House of Blues. You are cool in Chicago, but Chicago's not cool.
No, do you remember how they treated their very own band, Veil of Maya?
Yeah.
But they were like, no one was really moving around.
Yeah, I'm like,
for
wait,
Veil
this is a
Maya.
hometown show for them,
Yeah.
and you guys fucking suck. No, not the band, the
The crowd.
The crowd.
Veil of
like-
Maya was fucking awesome.
The problem is it's illegal weed down there now. And we went and saw Seether down there, and I forget what the place was. But, you know, I went to get a beer, and there was like nobody there, and I thought it'd be packed. And the guy, you know, the bartender said, like, nobody's here. He goes, yeah, they're all outside smoking weed. Like, they would come in, and it's like playing to a crematorium. Like, hey, dude.
That was at House of Blues.
No,
Or is
I
it
forget
somewhere
what the
else?
place. It was a different place. It was like a warehouse. It was pretty cool though. But yes.
Oh, was that was it outside?
No, it was
Or is it
inside.
still
And
inside?
it was in that Morton Salt building.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was Skillet, Seether, and somebody else. Yeah,
There's that one. Isn't it called like something like the Salt Shed or something?
yeah.
Maybe that was the old Morton.
I should text my son and see, but he would tell me, but he probably wouldn't remember either. But yeah,
Because he was outside
Yeah,
smoking
it's
weed.
no, he doesn't smoke the weed.
Just
the
second
devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. I mean, they should legalize it here, but then the bar association will have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Should we just spend the rest of the episode talking about?
Legalizing weed. Yeah. But then we would have to listen to the Best of Bread and Elton John and just sit back and go, cool.
You know what? Let's drink beer and listen to talk about metal.
Yeah, metal. Back to metal.
Back to metal.
Metal as fuck.
All right. Has there been a worst situation that you remember from a concert?
There's 2 really bad ones of recent, and one is R.I.P. So Ace Frehley, rest in peace. But his show was pretty bad.
Wait, he was doing solo stuff?
Yeah, he was doing solo stuff. It was about 2 years ago. We saw him at the Epic, and then Don Dokken from Dokken. Just terrible show. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. The guy can't sing anymore. He can't do anything. And, people can rip on me, and I'll be pretty acceptable of things, eating things aging and stuff. But there's a part where you can't even hit notes and stuff. You should probably get some chloroseptic or some training or something, right? And get it figured out.
Or probably some, weed outside.
Yeah. Weed outside. But yeah, that was pretty bad. There's not been, of the newer metal bands that I've seen, there's nothing I've regretted or seen, Parkway Drive, the Amity Affliction.
I like how you said newer, and I'm assuming you said that to differentiate from new metal.
Well, yeah, I mean, just, you got to remember where I came from, just for the record, I'm 60, so metal's not new to me. And for most people,
You were there when it started.
I was sort of there. People argue where metal came from. Was it Led Zeppelin? Was it Black Sabbath? Was it Iron Butterfly with
It was
In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida?
Steppenwolf, man.
Steppenwolf, yeah. They're the first ones who actually referenced heavy metal. In their song.
Heavy Metal Thunder.
Yeah.
But then fast forward and we have a million different genres of metal and not just metal.
Yeah, I'm not down with that, though.
We'll get into some of that.
To me, it's just if it's metal as fuck.
Yeah, it's metal as fuck.
But we'll get into it later with, is it actually metal or not? So,
Okay, we can get into that, yeah. ABBA, not metal. But it is considered rock.
See, but that's exactly where we're going to take it later. Not ABBA, but rock versus metal.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't need to bring up. I'm just shouting out ABBA for my wife. ABBA for my wife. There you go.
Love you, honey.
She loves the ABBA.
In and ABBA.
But have you ever been in a situation in a concert that you consider like, this is by far my worst experience that I've gotten myself into?
Whoa. Like peeing on someone in front of you.
I've never.
Someone had that happen.
Yeah, it happened at one of our
concerts.
Yeah.
No, I had.
He wasn't peed on.
I had some guy. We were at my brother-in-law and I were at Kicks and Slaughter and Autograph.
Wait, are those all different band names?
Yeah, Kicks KIX Autograph and Slaughter. Hey, but Mark Slaughter is incredible guitarist. You should check him out. But there was this guy and his wife. They came like flying up front. We were there, and it's my age kind of thing. And you guys know I can thrash with the best of them. I'll jump into a circle pit, a mosh pit. I don't care, right? But we were all just kind of standing there, and then this guy started like dry humping on his woman, and then he's like pushing us around. And I'm like, finally, I'm like, dude, what is your deal? And
Did you crowd kill him?
I'm not a fighter, but I also gave him a push back and
Wait, to get my mental picture correct, he was dry humping on his lady.
Yeah.
In the pit or out of the pit?
in the pit.
Oh, okay. Now my mind is really messed up. With
but
that.
he's like trying to dance with her and hump on her, and
but
he's like,
moving with the pit or just
standing there,
Okay.
just standing
right
there,
in the middle.
Yeah.
Interesting move.
Yeah. And I'm just like, why am I here? Yeah, just
Why are they here?
yeah. Well, it's just
You should have humped her other leg.
And so like we had a guy. We went and saw Static X at the Sylvie in Madison, and I was there with my son and my
A
nephew.
lot of dry humping there.
No, not a lot of dry humping there, but these guys, we weren't in the pit, by design. We were on the side of the stage, but we were right up against it. But these two dudes came over, and they're starting to try to start a pit. And I'm like, what the hell, dudes? Right? And then the one guy came up to me, and he was kind of a bigger guy, but a young guy, kind of blubbery. And he kind of flies into me. He goes, we're just trying to rock out. And I'm like, back
Go
up.
rock out over there, man.
Yeah, but I said, go into the pit, right? And he just did it again. And you could see my son was getting irritated, and, my nephew was. And I finally grabbed the kid, and I'm like, you know what? I've had about enough. And he's like, I'm really sorry, sir. And then he left and walked over. And I had him by the shirt, and I'm like, you better back up. And and I'm like, why do I have to do this? Like, you're at
It's just
Static.
a common courtesy.
It's at Static X. Okay, just be cool.
I don't know how I always end up behind, and I'm not a short person. I'm 6'2", and somehow I always end up behind someone taller than me, long hair, and it seems like they haven't showered in 2
That's
fucking
how it
weeks.
is.
It's terrible.
And they're always whipping their hair like back and forth. I'm like, and it's whipping me in the face.
It's a funny another concert thing, and hopefully it's not carrying on too much. But my wife wanted to go see Huey Lewis in Oshkosh.
Oh, what?
We'll bleep that part out.
Huey Lewis. Okay, so there's shows I've been to because I love my wife. Yeah. So we're there, and we nicknamed this guy Lurch because he's standing there, and he knew what he was doing. But then he's like standing in front of us, and he was probably 7 feet, and I'm not joking, just a huge monster of a guy. And he's like this to Huey Lewis, and he's like dancing. And we're like, what the hell, dude? Just get out of the way. And he's like, my wife always says, he's like this. And I'm like, Jesus, it's Huey Lewis. What are you doing?
I can say I've never listened to Huey Lewis, but I can only imagine what he sounds like.
Yeah, my wife loves Huey Lewis, and yeah, it's not on my hit
That's
list.
the best part about music is everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
We had a nickname for this guy that we'd see every Warp Tour. Kyle. Do you remember Kyle?
Yeah, but then it was Kyle, but wait, you're talking about Kyle that put the...
Yeah, it's this
but that
guy.
was before Kyles were Kyles.
Yeah, it was before the
before
whole
the
Kyle
monster
punching
energy,
drywall.
punching drywall. all
But
that.
this guy, we'd see him every Warp Tour. He'd always be on the edge of every pit, and this was his stance.
Yeah, just like anytime someone got close to him, it's like someone sees a vampire, they throw
Like a quick reaction,
up,
like.
he just put his arms up.
But then every year we'd see him in the same spot at the edge of every pit, and then we're like, "Oh, Kyle's back. There's Kyle."
Why does he go there?
I don't know,
But he's just there to enjoy it. But he
yeah.
just wanted to be next to the pit, but not in the pit. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe that was fun for him. Maybe it's not that he didn't like it. He just
Could have. Or else he could have brought some of those rope and stands, right? And just kind of sat in the middle of it.
But shout out to Kyle.
We wish you knew your name, man. And,
Kyle, well, Kyle, you've been nicknamed Kyle.
well, the chances are one of our 14 listeners is not him.
But then we also saw at Warp Tour the one time that one guy dressed, he was shorter, Asian with long hair, right? And then the Green Power Ranger.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I get it. You just unlocked the core memory.
Fucking awesome ass dude. Whatever your name is, you're awesome. Then we went to Sonic Boom Festival in Madison, or just outside of Madison, and he was there. A Green Power Ranger was there.
I think he was actually doing like full blown like kick flips and shit.
Yeah,
in the
he
pit,
was
wasn't
fucking unreal in the pits. It was awesome.
So I ran into a Freddy Krueger at Rock USA. That was during the Volbeat show.
Do you think it was actually him and you were in a
He did a selfie with me, and he had the fingers.
Whoa.
Yeah, they let him in.
Did he actually just have two like the metal fingers?
No, he just had the whole claw.
That's
I don't know how
pretty,
he
still
got in
pretty
there.
metal though.
Yeah, it is metal. But he
Well,
had
I probably
that.
thought he was dressed up. Is it like, yeah, that's metal as fuck.
And another shout out to my wife. She got kicked in the head because we were right next to the
him?
mosh pit. No, by somebody who's got thrown.
Do
through
they
the
even
mosh
have
pit.
metal detectors at metal concerts?
I don't know. Rock USA, yeah, that was a ripoff. Well, the last year was because they canceled it, and then we never got our VIP money back.
Oh, I heard about all that.
Yeah,
I never made it there.
we spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars and got a check for $44 after the bankruptcy.
Huh.
So
Who
that's
gets all the money then? Or do they have to pay like the people that?
and probably they had to
bands?
pay the bands, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't have to show
I was gonna
up.
say they don't have
Probably
to show
somehow
up.
had to
But,
pay Napster. But
you keep bringing up Wisconsin venues,
Yeah.
and we're all from Wisconsin.
cheers.
What are your top 3 favorite venues in Wisconsin?
I'm going to start from number 3, the Rave.
Solid.
I was gonna say it's a classic.
Yeah.
It's
Number 2, the Sylvie.
Madison, right?
Yep.
We have not been to the
I
Sylvie.
don't think we have.
It's
Because that's newer now, right? Like
Yep.
all
and then number 1, obviously, the Epic.
we will, or at least I will agree with you 100% on Epic.
Yep.
That was, if anyone listening has not been to Epic,
It's
Event Center. That's the full
Yep.
name, right? Epic Event Center in Green Bay for a concert, especially a metal show. It's a must go. It is designed perfectly. Every little thing they've done there.
It just looks fucking
perfect.
sharp, like modern
Yep.
and just sharp.
So
It's
the
really good.
first time I was there was with you.
Yep.
And
Chevelle.
yep. And I was walking up getting beers. And then when they turned on all the lights after the show was over, I noticed the coolest detail that they did in the bar.
Yeah.
If you ever notice under the bar?
Yeah, it's actually the crates, the tour crates.
Yep, the tour crates is what the bar top is on top of. It is brilliant. Whoever thought of that.
Yep. And I actually heard a little bit about that because my wife and I went to the 5-year anniversary tour. So we were backstage. We saw everything. It's funny. We were showing every show, and Ryan, the manager guy, and I'm standing there, I'm like, I wonder how many. He goes, you've been to half of these at least. I'm just looking at him like, yeah, I have been. But yeah, it was pretty cool. The whole layout of what they do there is pretty cool, and I love it there. So,
it's good sound too. Like some places, the sound is just shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, if you go to the hard part now is when I go to an arena show, I'm really disappointed with the sound because no matter what, I don't get the same sound I do at a small venue.
Arena. I don't think I've ever been to an arena one, but I can only imagine you're there more for the experience than you are for.
It's to see the stage show, right? So, like when we saw 3 Days Grace, it was a great stage show. It was an awesome stage show. It was entertaining to watch. At the same time, right? If I see 3 Days Grace, like at the Epic, I guarantee you it's going to sound 100% better than when I saw at the Five Serve.
I've always loved small venues better. Yeah. Correction, I have been to at least one arena one. Saw Stained the other year.
Where at? Five Serve?
Yeah.
We were going to go to that Stained in Godsmack, but I can't remember what happened. Something happened, but we didn't go. But we do go to the amphitheater at Summerfest though a lot too. Saw Billy Idol there last year.
You're getting real deep into the metal.
Hey, Billy Idol is actually Generation X. He's punk.
Yeah.
He's punk, man. He came out punk hard.
Now, on the other side of things, this doesn't have to be Wisconsin, but what do you rate as the worst venue you've been to?
Chicago, because it's a butthole.
Just anything Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, I will say the Allstate Arena. I go there and the beer is $21.
Wait, which one is that one?
It's the one in Rosemont.
Okay.
And it's very pricey for everything. Like, again, I'm going to say I go to the Epic and it's $7 for a beer.
Tall boys.
That's half the price of most other places.
It's insane, right? And that's the kind of stuff where it's customer focused, right? And, but the worst venue I'd have to say probably, and I went to a lot of shows there, was the Brown County Arena before it was torn down and the Rush Center was put up in the new place. But I've seen a lot of concerts there. And actually, we saw a Shine down there. They were really good. But again, the sound inside that Brown County Arena was the worst.
Just
the
awful.
Reverb, the reverb was incredible.
Just you saying Brown County Arena, I can just imagine that sound being bad.
I actually have a brick from there too. My son got me a brick from there when they tore it down.
Throwing bricks.
Throwing bricks.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. I guess what's the worst concert you've been to? Now that we're talking about worst venue.
Worst concert.
Well, I guess you.
Yeah, I kind of answered that.
Yeah, I was just
before.
gonna say you answered that.
But that's as of recent. But I would say the worst concert overall from an experience, everything else. And it's not their fault, but we saw 3 Days Grace at the Capital Credit Union, and storms came through, and we got soaked, and everybody had to leave the park.
So the experience was the worst experience.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was not their fault, but it just what it was. So
Just the timing thing.
yeah, but like a shitty band, shitty live band, terrible, and then I wanted to have a good experience from that band.
3 Days Grace.
Disturbed at Rock USA. That was not good.
Because of them.
Yeah. So I like a lot of Disturbed songs,
Did
but
just covers.
what? No, I mean I love a lot of Disturbed songs, but I don't need 15 minutes of interlude of opinions and things happening, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, I see what
Yeah,
you mean.
and I'm glad that our people are being taken care of and all those things, but it becomes just too much rhetoric, and I'm just here to see the music.
You're
right?
paying to
Yep.
listen and hear and watch the music that they made.
Yeah, and I do love Disturbed songs. I just would love
That's
them.
what you paid to go see.
Yeah, well, that's what I would love in repetition, and that's where I say if you go to see Seether, right? They don't do anything. They don't talk. That was a really good shot, fella.
Thank you, sir.
They don't.
That made it, by the way.
They don't get into it. Same thing, Volbeat. Like I know some people may like them or not like them, but Volbeat.
Yeah, some people don't like them.
That's all right though. It's still metal.
I heard 2 out of 3 people tend not to like Volbeat.
Well, that's why
On average.
I fucking love Volbeat. So, what was the Volbeats? So yeah, they're great. But yeah, I don't like a lot of talking. And that's what I love about thrash metal too, because you don't get a lot of talking.
Just there to groove. And
we used to see a band back in the day. I think they're done. Called For Today.
Yeah.
I've never heard a band talk. I shouldn't say talk. Preach.
Yeah.
Literally preach. I don't like anything. I don't care what politics. I don't care what religion you're into. But if you start preaching and it was just all the whole set turned into that, I'm like, play your goddamn music.
And you can get like that, right? Sully gets like that sometimes with Godsmack. Like, this is what a rock concert used to be. Okay.
Then that's
concert.
Yeah,
Keyword concert.
Let's go. I don't need to get into everything else, right? And that's what, a lot of these bands, especially the newer bands now, they just rail and they don't stop, right?
Well, they know people now that's
Attention
what they're
span,
getting their money.
attention
It's
span.
not, it's it's the whatchamacallit. They can't survive off record sales, so it's like you got to put everything into your show.
You got to do a good show.
The show's got to be great, and you can't have a lot of lull time. So, absolutely not.
All right, we're going to take a break right there. Are you looking to grow out your beard, but scared it'll look like shit? Or you already have a beard and you're scared that it might look like shit? Well, if you want the best looking beard, give Beard Wisconsin a try. Their products are the #1 in the beard game, especially their old-fashioned scented beard balm. And we know it'll make your beard look great. So give Beard Wisconsin a try today. And we're back from the break. Another nice little metal sesh.
Yeah.
Metal as fuck.
Metal.
All right. We're going to dig into a little bit more metal on you here, Eric.
I'm ready.
All right. Right now, who is your favorite metal band?
Right now, my favorite metal band has been and always will be Anthrax.
Okay. Solid.
okay.
I
Fair
think I
enough.
actually already knew that.
Yep. Very close by Iron Maiden.
So those are your favorites of all time.
Yeah.
Who would you say is who's your go-to right now?
My go-to right now, if I'm into it, Parkway Drive, the Blue album. Love
Okay.
it. Really into Kill Switch.
Ooh, cheers to them.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
D's on the wall.
Yep.
Kill Switch? Or is it all Kill Switch for you? Or early,
It's all Jesse.
all Jesse Kill
Yeah.
Switch? No. Early Jesse?
Yeah.
Or late Jesse?
Both.
Okay. All Jesse.
Yeah. Howard's a little bit. Yeah.
I was actually just listening to Howard's this morning. I was listening to As Daylight Dies.
They're one of those bands that cannot make bad
Yeah.
music.
I don't disagree with that, but there's sometimes, some like Iron Maiden, Paul Di'Anno was great for me, and Bruce Dickinson blew him away, but I still like Paul Di'Anno. So it wasn't like,
But Kill Switch, I feel like they have like one of the biggest kind of Cinderella stories
Yeah.
in a way. They probably hate hearing that, but
I guess you could say it came around full circle.
yeah, that you start with such a strong presence. You lose Jesse, he leaves the band. You open up auditions and you get Howard.
yeah.
Howard crushes it on, what is he on, 3 or 4 albums?
4.
4 albums. Then he leaves. They open up auditions. Jesse walks in.
Yep.
And now Jesse's got, 4 more albums with them now?
I think so, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Kind of, and that story's came around before too, like with Anthrax.
Yep.
It was Joey Belladonna. Well, they had the original lead singer, and I forget what his name was, but he was a screecher. And then Joey Belladonna came along, and then he left the band, and Karabi came in and took over. He did one, and then they brought back Joey again. So Joey Belladonna is Anthrax. Well, Scott Ian is too. Sorry, Scott.
When people say Anthrax, I just think Scott and his goatee.
I think a Public Enemy. I'm just kidding. I think a Scottian.
Yeah. I mean,
He can fucking shred.
they all can shred, but if you've ever seen them live, I mean, it changes your life. It's incredible. I saw them in Oshkosh just recently with Black Label Society.
Were they at the Herd Arena or was that somewhere else?
No, at that the Oshkosh Arena or whatever that is.
Yeah, that-
Who did we saw Parkway Drive
Yeah.
in Amity and North Lane there, right? So
It's an all right venue.
Was that an Australian invasion?
Yeah.
They make them suffer. Was
Yeah. Stupid North Lane.
yeah,
No, I'm not gonna rip on bands during the episode.
Like Old North Lane is just superior. And
actually, every one of those bands on that tour, all their old shit is better.
Yeah. And again, just like everything evolves, right? I can always say my favorite Metallica album of all time is Ride the Lightning. Some people would say Master of Puppets.
Oh, you look like a Reload guy.
No. No.
Give me fuel.
Give me fire. Give me that which I desire. Ooh, yeah. Anyways, Ride the Lightning was killer. Like my favorite Metallica song of all time is Trapped Under Ice. It's incredible.
I will admit I don't know that.
Well, you should check it out.
We were like in third grade when we got introduced to the Reload album.
Definitely heavy doses of the Black album.
Yeah, that's how we got introduced.
I mean, we weren't born before that, and we were raised on John Prine and other things.
Yeah,
so
and everybody, I was talking to Clay. I mean, I started out listening to like Elton John, Styx, the Eagles, my sister's albums.
Wait,
right?
it's okay to mix?
Yeah, it is okay.
I thought it was metal or nothing.
No,
I'm just kidding. We like
and
we love rap. We love Public Enemy.
And then I shifted into like, heavy metal, and then I shifted into punk. And back then, you couldn't be punk and metal. It was like they were.
And now
it's merged together.
It's like a mutt.
Yep. So it's great.
So, what album do you currently have on repeat right now?
What am I playing on right now? I actually had on Lorna Shore before I came in.
Ooh, now you're speaking our language. What?
Yeah.
All their stuff, or did you have a certain album?
No,
on?
I just had a mix on. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a digital world now. I can just say, Alexa, play Lorna
Shore. That's like the most metal
and your Alexa just burns. Well, that's the sixth one this week.
Yeah. Lorna Shore, it depends. Maiden a lot. I love to listen to Maiden. Priest, early Priest. Painkiller, though. Painkiller's killer.
That's your album that no matter what time or whatever, that's a go-to that you can throw on.
I can throw on Painkiller, but my favorite Priest album of all time is British Steel.
Okay.
What hits are on that one?
British Steel?
Yeah.
Living After Midnight, Breaking the Law, Steeler, The Grinder. You Don't Have to Be Old to Be Wise.
Might as well just have you name the whole album front to back.
Yeah, I could rattle it off.
We're good.
So I don't know if this is a question on your thing, and sorry if I'm stealing any thunder. What are your big four of the original metal then?
Original metal, big four for me. Like
Was that a question on your thing?
It's not, but we can actually bridge into what we have coming up.
I would say,
five.
because you got Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Metallica.
But that's like what I consider thrash, right?
Yeah, that's considered thrash. But I would be Anthrax, Maiden, Priest, and Metallica.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to bridge this right into the next thing because we do have an age gap here in generations of metal right now. Do you view there's a difference, like that we can draw a line somewhere that there's old metal versus newer metal?
Like BC and AD.
Like where does that line start? Who is the one that made it newer metal?
Limp Bizkit.
I really think,
or modern metal, I should say.
I would say modern metal that came into what we're experiencing today with Signs of the Swarm and Lorna Shore and all, these pieces that have come together. I really think, you went from hair metal and hard rock metal, right? I don't know whatever one you want to call it, but Pantera, Metallica, and all these bands were going. They were still going strong. They weren't killed off by grunge. But then they went through this grunge period, right? And the divorced dad rock came out, right?
With butt rock.
Yeah, with Creed and all those bands that came out. But I really think the transition started when you had bands that came out and sounded different, and Korn was one of them. They came out and they sounded different. Limp Bizkit came out and sounded different. They had their own sound.
Now you're taking this into new metal, and you metal.
Yeah, and that's true, right? But here's the thing, right? If I put on Iron Maiden, you know it's Iron Maiden. If I put on Anthrax, you know it's Anthrax. If I put on Priest, you know it's Priest.
Right.
But if I turn on some of the bands today, you're going to like, who is this, right? And even if you've heard it before, it's not catching your ear because too many bands right now, new metal scene, starting to blend into each other. And I like to refer to it as 3 Days Grace and Linkin Park had a baby. And I think Linkin Park, again, they came out and what did they do? They sounded completely different from anything
they revolutionized the sound.
Well, look at them. Wasn't it like 10 labels turned them down or something?
Correct.
And that one took a chance on them, and now look.
Yeah, but that was a change. That was a shift, right? But the shift was their own. How many bands today that people, they may be getting all kinds of, cred and whatever, but they're going to burn. It's much like the 80 hair bands that went through and burned. But really, when it's all said and done, what was left? Rat, Motley Crue, and Dokken.
But so you have right now, you brought up Linkin Park 3. That's all that early rock. But we have metal going on. Like, remember, you have your Judas Priest and all that. And then it turned into, like, let's say we have Lamb of God sitting in the background. They've been around forever.
Yep.
Are they the ones that started this whole wave of this modern metal? Or like
they say what? They're the North American.
Yeah. Like, they're on there. Soulfly is one that
Soulfly.
Kill Switch. My line is like right around Kill Switch and Lamb of God revolutionized this new sound that we have now. Like, Kill Switch is one of the big metalcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do they say? That like they're the pioneers. They didn't necessarily make up the sound, but they definitely pioneered it.
And I think you could bring in Seven Dust. I think you could bring in, and I consider Seven Dust metal.
Okay, I'm going to take a moment for Seven Dust. Those guys said they're finally taking a break. Those guys have been fucking touring like nonstop.
I think
for
they've been
30
on one
years.
tour.
I think I've seen them like 8 times in the last 3 years. But
I was gonna say, I think they somehow stop. I don't know if they're always stopping in Wisconsin, but it seems like they're in town like every other month.
And they never disappoint. They're always great.
They've been bringing the fucking heat for over 30 years. It's insane.
That's why I say Non-Point's kind of the same thing. When you see them live, they are just full of energy. So they're incredible.
But what Clay was saying, that I think it was like whatever you want to call it, metalcore or whatever Layla. But I think that was when Kill Switch came out. I think that was when they got big, I should say, because the music was going on in that scene. But when they got big, it was like the grunge era.
Yep.
That when they got big, it kind of put that on the map. And then you had that going on in the East Coast. The West Coast, you had, the whole Avenged thing was going on. You had Asley dying.
Yep.
But I think one actually area that doesn't get enough love for what was really going on is the Midwest.
Midwest put out a lot of music.
Then you had one of the bands that, that I fucking love, Misery Signals. And they've been around since the early 2000s. A lot of people say that they're actually the ones that really pioneered that sound and that they don't get enough credit for it.
And it's really hard to say because, again, we could go back to how many multiple bands that came out, right? Korn came out in the same area. Disturbed came out in, 1999, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 94.
And they were considered, was it 94?
I think they put out their first album in 94.
Oh, no one knows that one, though.
Yeah.
What, Corinth?
Oh, I thought that you were talking about Disturbed.
I saw Korn. No, you were right. Disturbed's like 2000, I think.
So all these bands came in, and, again, if you go back, and I'd like to say that, like, you look at the grunge bands who are left, right? The greatest grunge band, if you wanted to call it that, was Alice in Chains, and they weren't even grunge. They were Alice in Chains. Right, they're probably the strongest, most notarized or known.
Well, like
band
it was that
the,
you were saying before, like you turned on Iron Maiden, you knew it was Iron Maiden. You turned on, it was like the '90s. You turned on the radio, and Alice in Chains is on. You're like, this is Alice in Chains. You turn on Soundgarden, this is Soundgarden. This is Nirvana. This is Pearl Jam.
Yep. Well, after their first album, after that, then they tried to do 50 songs. But I'm just saying.
Well, we're talking about those bands. I saw one of the stupidest posts in my life. Someone took AI and they made a picture and they said, Seattle's greatest. And they had 5 singers on there. In the middle, Scott Weiland was sitting there. It's like, he's not Seattle.
No.
And
San
it's
Diego,
like,
I believe.
They're California. And it's like, get your things right before you think you're cool and making a post like that. It annoyed me because that's one thing, like, if you get music wrong, like a post like that,
Or they
I'm
did
gonna
it
find
intentionally because people are putting wrong stuff out there so it draws comments, which is fucking dumb.
And either way, with all of that, right? You know, to get back to the original question, where the line is, I don't think we can actually draw the line, but we can see the shift. And I think it was over a 5-year period. It was kind of like grunge was kind of winding down and started,
opened the gates up for
yep. You know,
Speaking of gates, actually going to take this to a really good question for you.
okay.
So if you had to get someone into metal that doesn't listen to metal, what are 3 gateway metal bands you would show someone?
Limp Bizkit, and Limp Bizkit.
Pantera, Vulgar Display Power.
Oh.
I would throw that at them. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind.
Okay. So you're going all over the...
Yeah, I'm going all over. And then I would go Metallica, Ride the Lightning.
Okay. What about you, Colt? Do you have 3 albums you would...
Holy fuck.
Oh, hold on. No, I got to go back. Anthrax, Among the Living. Sorry.
Honorable mention or are you
No.
replacing them?
I'm it's now 4.
You're going to throw 4 albums
yeah.
at someone?
4 albums. Anthrax, Among the Living. Oh my God.
This is tough. I would probably like to cover are you talking about covering a long...
Whatever. If you had to get someone into metal, what are 3 albums you would show someone to get them into metal?
The 3 albums I would show people to get into metal. Number 1, I would definitely have to go with my favorite.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, Chris Gaines. My 3 that I would get into someone into metal would be number 1, my favorite, Alive or Just Breathing from Killswitch.
Okay. Awesome album.
Number 2, these are tough. Like there's like 100 albums I can do. I would probably have to go with people are gonna hate me for this one. It would definitely have to be an As Lay Dying album. I don't know which. Maybe Shadows Are Security.
Okay.
Still,
That you
I think it's a
fucking
solid
headbang to that album, and it's such a good like addicting metal sound.
Why
to
are
it.
people going to trash on you for your opinion?
Oh, because everyone always ties the As Lay Dying now with what their singer did, all that bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I got you.
Whatever, will always have their first 5 albums, which to me, that's God tier. No one can touch those 5 albums. And number 3 is a gateway one. I'd probably have to say like a Dayseeker.
Ooh, that's a solid choice.
I mean, like I said, there's so many. As far as the album from Dayseeker, I would probably do.
They're sold
Is
out.
the one called Sleep Talk?
Yeah, I think that's the name of the album.
They're going to be at the Epic. They're sold out.
Yeah. See, there. Fun fact about them, and you know how they always post things that say like, "Hey, make sure you're seeing the band before they're big." We saw Dayseeker in a fucking basement.
Yep.
Basement of a church building in Madison.
And
Nice.
they were at that Pfizer show I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So we've seen
I've seen them in a basement all the way from that to a fucking arena.
And Dayseeker wasn't a movie, right?
no.
So I was gonna say, one of my 3 was gonna be a Prada album.
Yeah.
Just to
Just to
throw that
prod
back
at me.
in there.
Just to prod at me.
I'm-
Pardon the pun.
I was gonna as a year 3. I know.
I'll just knock them out real quick.
Yeah, I know which one
Here
of
it
them
is.
are gonna be.
Number one. Or this isn't in any particular order.
Oh, then yeah, that makes it easy.
This is just 3 albums I pick as gateway albums to get someone in metal. Avenged Sevenfold, Waking the Fallen,
Oh, very good album.
because that's what got me. Number 2, this is a big one I push on people. The Amity Affliction, Let the Ocean Take Me. Mm-hmm. Number
Got
3,
me into 'em with that.
Is that what you were thinking?
I knew you were gonna say Amity.
Number 3, I would have to say, this was a tough one. I was going to say Killswitch, but then when Colt was talking, I might actually use this one instead. All That Remains, Fall of Ideals.
See, that was if you maybe I can move
Those
mine to
are-
10.
Yeah, but see,
anyway.
that's where you're going to see the generational gap too, right? Because this is where I was influenced.
Exactly. And that's why I put Avenged on there, is because that is the album some guy friends threw on, and I was hooked. And then they showed me Trivium Ascendancy album after that, and it was like a drug. I needed more and more metal, and look at where we at now.
We'd be at parties, but instead of being in the house in the party, we'd be outside in a car listening to. Actually, the one we listened to the most was that Avenged, the Wake and the Fallen album. That that whole fucking era.
Yeah, that Rev was so badass.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers to
All
his
right,
legacy,
Cheers. All right, Eric. Who is the biggest sellout metal band of all time?
I know who he's gonna say.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of gruff for this, but it's Metallica.
I knew it.
I think anybody that we know that is an old school Metallica fan, like the OG Metallica, they'll agree with that 100%.
And when I say sellout, right, what I mean is, they went through this transition, and if you look...
Cutting their hair.
Well, it's not even cutting the hair, but if you look at Metallica in 1983... And then you look at Metallica whenever Reload and Load and Loaded and Loader came out, right?
Loader, they should come on.
You would like, this is not the same band. And if you listen to the music and listen to that music, it's not the same band. And people say, well, they have a lot of great songs. And there's a couple of songs that I like.
Yeah, we think the Black Album is Reload. Yeah, it's solid albums.
But I think the Black Album has an incredible song. I love Of Wolf and Men. So that's a great song.
Enter Sandman's pretty good.
Yeah, I love Enter Sandman. I do that.
To be honest, that one might be the song I skip the most. I'm just
kidding. I don't like. Yeah. I mean, it was good for its time when we listened to it. But you guys want to go to Guitar Center and play that?
Yeah. Say your prayers, little one. Anyways.
All right. Who do you think is the most annoying current metal band?
Metallica.
No, well, I'm not going to pay $6,000 to see him at the Sphere.
Yeah, so who do you think is the most annoying current metal band?
Live. I guess I don't really get annoyed by any band because they can do whatever they want. But when I see them live, it's disturbed. And I'm probably done seeing them. So
I would have to say for me, it's either Spirit Box or Sleep Token.
Oh, I've never seen Sleep Token, and I never will.
I don't. Not, they themselves aren't annoying. I don't know. I hate all the.
I don't get
stuff
it.
that goes. Yeah, I don't get the publicity that goes around.
Spirit Box, I don't like. I would give Spirit Box a better chance, but whenever I'm on YouTube trying to watch music videos, I don't need Spirit Box crammed down my throat every other video, or when I go search for like. I'm looking for Miss May I, and there's Spirit Box everywhere. I'm not typing in Spirit Box.
Yep. So there's some sort of algorithm pushing that.
Yep.
For sure. But yeah, when I say it live, right, that's what I don't want to see. A couple other bands that I think should be not pushing themselves at this point, or probably not being out there. When I think about like the Dokken out there, and Don Dokken's still doing it. I'm like, why, dude? But Dokken was great back in the day. But it's like the newest bands out there that I get annoyed with. I will say that, and it's not because of the girl lead singer, but that New Year's Day.
I don't even
band.
know.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of it. That's about it.
That was a pretty annoying concert. Now, yeah, I will say, not a concert per se. They were an opener, but yeah, I was pretty annoyed with that. I went to the bathroom like 3 times. I never do that. So, and whenever my wife makes me go to a Lumineer show, just shout out to my wife.
You go poop a lot during the show?
Yeah. I go look at Lumineer's merch. But they are
for
talented.
Your wife, right?
They're talented. They're talented musically.
I respect, stuff like that, but some stuff's just not my sound.
Yeah. Like Phil Collins, I would never see live, but I respect the dude's skills.
All right. I was going to ask, do you view any metal bands or metal albums as like a guilty pleasure? But how about I just straight up ask this? Do you have any guilty pleasure bands that you listen to? It can be not metal.
Yeah.
ABBA.
You want me to throw you off?
Go for it.
Garth Brooks.
Poison's first 2 albums.
Bret Michaels action. Like,
I mean, sure. I would have just expected you know, your age that you just like them.
I mean, it's a guilty pleasure. Like, you know, if somebody asks me, "Hey, you gonna go see Poison?" I'm like, "No," but yeah,
But you're gonna go listen to them in your car in a park somewhere.
Sometimes you know I'm mowing the lawn and nobody can hear me. Yeah, skinny bop. Yeah, but you know, I like Poison. Some Creed.
we like Creed.
Creed fucking shreds.
I know you guys keep telling me. You know, I love Limp Bizkit, but I don't consider
Limp Bizkit's first fucking album.
I don't consider
actually,
metal
other
though.
albums.
I
mean, but a guilty pleasure doesn't have to be.
I actually put on Chocolate Starfish the other day.
Yeah, and there's proof because he sent it to me.
But I don't
right.
consider them metal. I consider them fucking
Yeah,
fun.
that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking fun, and they're talented, and their lyrics are great. And we talked about Wes being totally underrated.
Yeah, speaking of Wes, he's probably one of the most underrated guitarists.
Oh, Puddle of Mud annoys me.
Oh yeah, we just posted some with that and you commented.
Wes.
Yeah.
Wes, what's his last name?
Scantlin?
Yeah,
Scantlin?
that dude he's got some issues. Yeah.
All right, before we get too deep into that, how about you answer this? You brought up underrated, Wes.
Yeah.
Who is the most underrated metal band?
Ever or right now?
Just who is the most underrated metal band? What comes to your mind right away, Eric?
What comes to my mind right away? I would say Amity Affliction, actually.
They're not underrated.
I don't think they
They're
get their
overrated
just
now.
due. No, they're not overrated.
They kind of did it to themselves a little bit,
Yeah.
though. We can talk about that off camera.
Yeah, but I don't see them in serious spins anywhere. I don't see them, playing because I go to Liquid Metal, they're not on there. And you can't find them on Sirius. So, that's kind of a rated issue.
I think we share a view on the most underrated metal band.
Yeah, I'll let you fire away, and I'll agree or disagree.
Beneath the Sky.
That's who I rate as the most underrated metal band of all time.
Or
Beneath
era.
the Sky.
Era, too.
Eras, they're my repeat right
current
now.
favorite band.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't, again, you don't see these bands getting a lot of
They didn't
publicity.
sell out yet.
Well, they shouldn't, but my point is they're not getting publicity in the underground.
Era has, hands down, the best, out of the current metal bands, has the best catalog.
Yeah, it's great. And guess who turned me on to them?
Us?
Us?
He showed me, and then I showed you.
Yep.
Their Era is phenomenal. I don't think they can make a bad album.
I think this is a one-way trip, though, because I learn a lot of new metal from you guys, and then I send you some of my stuff, and you're like, yeah. Okay.
I'm always honest, though. I'm always honest.
Yeah.
To say, yeah.
I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
I'm very fixated on it. As he knows, I'm very fixated on my music. You could show me in a band, and at the time, I'll be like, okay, I'll check them out or whatever. In a few months, I'll be like, that fucking band that you sent me is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But it's all about the right timing for me.
It is, and I get it, because then now I do that to him.
Yeah. And it's, it is what it is. So I'm not hurt because music is music and metal is metal.
Metal's fuck.
All right, we're going to take a break right there. And we're back from the break. Another metal sesh. Yeah. That metal sesh was brought to you by As Lay Dying. We should have said that for all the breaks. For all two of them.
Can we get Anthrax in there too?
Yeah. That'll be a
Well, we can
finale.
do the audio for it right now and then say we came in. We were just listening to Anthrax. This is after part 1.
Part 1.
But before we jump into our little game, I just need to pick your brain about some stuff with metal right now. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of newer metal trends going on.
Like TikTok?
Well, the TikTok metal trends I don't care for. But masks now is one of them, for example.
Like fucking Sleep Token?
Yeah, you have Sleep Token and what's it, President?
Yeah.
What do you think of the new age metal masks?
I don't.
You don't like them?
I don't care. I don't know. I don't even listen to it.
Who do you think are the OGs of the mask?
Kiss.
Is that mask or face paint?
Well, I don't know.
Cloons.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that, but it's the same thing. Mudvayne, right?
True.
Mudvayne did their own thing.
I just watched that thing on them about their filming of the Dig video.
Yeah. Crazy. But, I don't know the mask thing, and I don't know what's behind it. I haven't really listened to Sleep Token. I heard something, and I got tired. And then as far as
weed outside.
Well, yeah.
Their scientific name is melatonin.
Wow, that's nice. But yeah, the president is, because there's like that's another guilty pleasure, like Presidents of the United States of America. I love that band.
Peaches, man.
Yeah, they're not a metal
They
band.
come
but,
from a can.
Yeah, but they're awesome. But then this band comes out, President, and I'm like, they got a new album out? Right? I thought they were broken up. And, No, it's not.
They did come out with their new return hit Pairs.
I don't even know. Yeah. So I don't get it, right? And some people do. Good for them. I'm not here to judge anybody else's music or metal, and they can do it. And it's just not for me.
I just think it gets overused now. I think like a really easy one that people are using are the lead singer wearing a ski mask. Yeah. I think that's getting overdone. I don't know who did it first. I don't know who gets credit, but just because it worked for someone, others use it instantly.
It worked for Kneecap.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's kind of like the hair metal trend. That's the same thing, right? They just...
It worked for one person, and now TikTok makes it worse.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I'm only on the TikTok for... memo from the mayor.
Yeah.
So, but outside of that, yeah.
But here's another trend. Here's a trend I can't stand. It's an easy go-to for metal bands in today's world. Monsters in my head.
Yeah.
That this mental health thing.
Yeah.
But they write the most cliche lyrics, and I think a lot of them use the easy way out that says there's a monster in my head.
Yeah. And I don't, again, you can feel replicated music versus authentic. That's my 2 cents. Right?
I would 100% agree with that.
Like we were talking about earlier, right? When Linkin Park came out, their first album, Hybrid Theory, right? That came out, like, what is happening here, right? And you could hear Chester just like belting
But now
it
that
out.
he's passed away, you can hear the pain a lot more.
Yeah.
But he really had legit mental health issues, but he was writing legit lyrics for it.
Yep. But it wasn't, I have mental health issues. He was just talking about his experiences.
Well, no, it's because people have just become so dumb now that they can't write a good song about it because they want to sell. The label wants them to sell, but the bands themselves probably want to write really good lyrics. But they're like, no, we need you to really just dumb it down so we can push this message.
And I don't know how it all works.
I just can't. I don't know.
I don't know how labels work when that. I have a buddy, Jay. Shout out to Jay. And he worked on, he was in the music business for a while.
Is it Dr. J?
No, not Dr. J. Jay knows who I'm talking about, so I'll have to forward this to him. But he worked in a lot of producing of albums as well. But I think there's got to be artist, integrity. And again, if you're replicating somebody else's stuff, it's kind of like when it first came out when they were, when rap was doing samples. Right, and then it was like you're sampling Ozzy or you're sampling all these other bands. There's an artistic issue there, right? Is you can't make your own stuff and you're going to take somebody else's stuff, but they're like, well, that's the art of taking somebody else's stuff and mixing it into my stuff. And I'm like, yeah, well,
there's a line to me that it's like you can use some and still be artistic, but the songs when they cross the line and use too much.
And it's all great. I mean, Shinedown has a song called Monsters, and that song is incredible. I love that song.
Are they in his head?
Yeah, my monsters are real. That's what they say. But
okay, they're at least not in his head.
Yeah, but to your point, right? Falling in Reverse likes that too. Ronnie likes to run that a lot.
Yeah, but it's an easy go-to for bands.
Doesn't they have a song called Monster too? Don't they?
Yeah, Monsters a lot.
Yeah, see, it's fucking gay.
Well, that went deep quick.
All right, on that note, we can jump into our little game we have for you.
Oh, game.
But no, sorry. On that, did you ever see that meme? It shows the comparison. It says like a Taylor Swift breakup song. And it's like, I forgot what it is. She just repeats the same line over and over. And then it's like Tool, and it's the lyrics to Schism. I know the pieces fit or whatever. Yeah, this song. And it's like, holy shit, this is a masterpiece. Like I never knew what the song was about, but reading it, it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. And my son, shout out to Eli. He would tell you all about what Tool, what it means, everything. Probably when it was scribed down on paper or whatever it was.
To the game.
To the game.
All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's your thing, yeah. All right, it's a simple game. It's the current status of the band. That's one thing we'll clarify right now.
Okay, current status.
All right. Good job.
That was a good throw. Beautiful.
The game is, are these bands metal? And again, it's the current state they're in.
Current state.
All right. Is this band metal? Metallica.
Yeah, I still would say they're metal.
You do? Okay. Even
Not
after
metal.
the Black Album?
Not metal I like, but metal.
Okay.
Would you think Lars Ulrich himself is metal?
I think he's Danish.
I think you're right.
I know his dad is for sure.
Yeah, he was a tennis instructor.
Yep.
Well, I know way too much about Lars.
Yeah, you know more than that. You know more about Lars than Lars knows about Lars.
All right. Is this band metal? Avenged Sevenfold.
Not now.
Okay. I would agree.
Yeah.
Their last album, I give it to them for trying.
They're
to
doing
create-
them.
Yeah, they're doing
them.
them, but it's not my thing. It's not at all my thing.
It's kind of like the Metallica question, right? It's not for me, but I think the last great album they did was Nightmare.
I 100% agree.
Yep, I love that album.
It's a solid album. I think it gets overlooked a little bit. But
Yeah, I overlook it.
That's what I.
Yeah. we have some arguments or whatever, but I want to really like him, but it took away once the Rev died.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, that's the interesting thing and the love about music is everybody can have their opinions and pieces, right? And Rev was incredible though.
He was
incredible.
All right. Is this band metal? Jethro Tull.
No.
What? Hey, that's not what the 1990
Whatever Grammys.
I think it was. I don't know.
I will never forget watching that.
What year was it? 90?
Yeah, it was
91?
Metallica because
89.
Metallica they were up for
I think it was a Black Album.
no, they were up for no, it wasn't the Black Album, it was one.
Oh, so it was even worse.
Yeah, so it was Injustice. Yeah,
It was,
and then
that
Jethro
was even
Tull got
more metal.
Performance of the Year, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? And that's where, like, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Grammys, I can't take any of this shit serious anymore. Because Iron Maiden got nominated again. Iron Maiden is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Dolly Parton is. Check that. Let that be known.
My brain just shut down.
It just nuts.
But that's where it was. Didn't who was at the Golden Globe Awards?
Yeah.
What did they make? Metal Made, the Metal Hammer Awards, whatever the fuck it was.
Yep.
But the best thing about that is instead of a red carpet, they had the black carpet.
Yeah, that's cool.
So boss.
It is
so
metal. It is metal. Metal AF.
All right.
Metal's full.
Is this band metal now or ever? Tool.
No.
I would agree.
I would agree.
I think they're their own sound, though. I think,
Metal bands, like in a way you can tell are influenced by them. They try to replicate it.
Yep, but Tool's not metal, but they are something to themselves, yeah.
Okay. Is this band metal now? Slipknot.
No.
I don't even know the last. What is
I would
the last
agree.
album that
I would agree. They are heavy rock.
Yep. They used to be heavy metal.
Yep. The one thing that annoys me the most about Corey Taylor, with every new Slipknot album, he goes, "This is the heaviest stuff we wrote."
Yep.
And they put it out, and nope.
Yep.
It's the last one is like All Saints Day or whatever. Like,
What is
I don't
it?
remember the
even
name
know
of
it.
the
Yeah, Sainted.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Yeah. That's the
I
same
don't know.
thing.
They have like a few songs that are metal now.
Yeah, then. We're talking about current
now,
state.
Yeah, but I would
Current
say
state,
the
current state.
Sainted one, I think that was still metal.
That's hard rock to me.
I'm gonna agree
It's
with
tough.
Clay.
I don't know. That one's tough. I don't listen to a lot of Slipknot, to be
You
honest.
just got voted out because normally I've been voted out 2-1. It's
well,
my
that's a
turn to
twin
take-
effect. Now you know what it's like to be our younger brother.
Well, okay.
All right. But honestly, they make better, slower songs. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate. The song's Snuff, dude.
Yeah.
It's a solid song. I fucking love that.
That's a rock
song.
song.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
I
rock
mean,
song.
I was gonna say they make better. I don't know. They
You
make
don't put
really,
up horns during Snuff.
I'm not like I'm not like a huge,
Does it get the horn reaction?
but good metal bands
But
make
just
some
like-
of the best ballads.
You just put on As I Lied Dying, right? And my hands and my feet started popping, right? Like metal. Yeah, I wouldn't do that during Snuff.
Well, no, I wouldn't. I'm just saying. I just fucking like they make. I don't know.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a tough one. I don't listen to a lot of them, so
But you can love it.
yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I just listened. I told you I listened to Poison.
I love it.
Okay. Is this band metal now? Asking Alexandria.
No.
Absolutely not. No. Okay. That one was really easy.
Yeah.
But their album Stand Up and Scream, very, very iconic for the scene that they created.
Yep.
Very metal too.
They were very metal.
They had, the song When Every Day Is a Weekend? That used to be our fucking party jam.
Yep.
We drank so many beers to that.
I drink beers to pretty much everything now. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. We drink to that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Asking Alexandria is now like a screamo band or emo or something. I don't know what the hell they are.
I'll get they were legitly
butt
heavy.
rock now.
The stadiums are starting to use their intro.
Yep. I know.
The
what
only
you're talking about.
5 seconds of it being
They were at that Pfizer show that I was at.
Were they?
with
How were
Stain.
they?
They sucked actually at that. Their sound was horrible.
It's like Wayne's World. Who's playing tonight? The shitty Beatles. How are they? They suck. So it's not just a gimmick.
I mean, they went and they played Final Episode, which I was surprised they even played, but holy fuck, they had everything just so distorted and turned up that you couldn't even hear.
I saw them last time I saw them was with Shinedown. So,
It's just weird to hear them like that when they used to be on Warped Tour. And
yep. They used to be hardcore.
Yep.
metal's fuck.
All right. Is this band metal now? Five Finger Death Punch.
No. And I got a lot of friends who are Five Finger Death Punch fans. I will just say they keep redoing their songs and not putting out new music.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of selling out,
Yeah, it's I love Five Finger Death Punch.
And The Way of the Fist,
yes,
that album is another iconic album
Yep.
for that time period. And now they find a way to recycle, I feel like.
Yeah, I American Capitalist I love.
So, speaking of like them and selling out and doing whatever, and back to Asking Alexandria, between the two of them, the singer Danny of Asking Alexandria has one of the best comments about like selling out and backing it up. He's like, "Well, if you wanted us to release another Stand Up and Scream, just go buy that album again." And when he said it, I'm like, okay, like he's saying like we'll always have those albums, and I looked at selling out differently then.
Yeah.
That it's like, well, if I were a band, I'd fucking sell out because a lot of these bands don't make that much money, and when they sell out, they're guaranteed now a living.
And I get that, right? So this is not a knock on Five Finger Death Punch, but when Five Finger Death Punch put out American Capitalist, I was like, holy shit, this is a great album. Way of the Fist, obviously, way bigger. Yeah, this is incredible. But, when 8 or F8 came out, or Fate, it's an F and an 8. Yeah, and
Fast
that
and the
stuff.
Furious 8.
There's some good songs on that album, but there's some it's just not for me. And I will still go see them live if they're around. My son's not a big fan, so I make him go.
We're your sons.
You know what?
Dad?
Five Finger Death Punch. It's now divorced dad rock. I guess
That is. Yep.
But I still like them. So I don't want to make it sound like you're not. But their new stuff.
Wait, I'm going to give a huge shout out to our buddy Corey, who has the best saying for Five Finger Death Punch. Five Finger Death Punch is equivalent to putting nuts on your truck.
I could see that.
They
are the truck nuts of
of
the metal world.
Oh, that's how he put it. Yeah. They are the truck nuts of the metal world, and I couldn't have agreed more.
Yeah. But I still If Five Finger Death Punch comes on, depending on what it is, right, I'm going to listen.
If someone puts on The Way of the Fist, I'll fucking jam it.
Yep. Absolutely.
But
maybe
I won't
songs
jam
off
the
their second album.
Yeah, that one's still War is the Answer. It's still a good album.
War is the Answer.
It
is
has
a great
good
album.
memories tied to that album.
Yeah. But the one thing I will never listen to them again is the cover of Gone Away. That is one of the worst covers of our time. That's my opinion.
Yeah, the Offspring.
That song's supposed to be one of those.
It's a song you leave it alone.
Yep.
When a song has that much emotional value to it, leave it alone.
That's it's funny. Offspring, not a metal band, but I absolutely fucking love them.
I was actually just
How
jamming.
can you not? Like, I mean, you were on in the 90s.
Yep.
I didn't know
just
what to
saw
listen to the other day, and I threw on Americana.
The Smash just turned 32.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Smash is great. I mean, every time I'm driving and when I go driving, I stay in my lane.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm an aggressive driver, and I love that song.
I listen to a lot of metal driving, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
It keeps me even keeled.
And efficient.
All right, onward. Is this band
The Offspring.
is this band metal now? Motionless in White.
No.
This is a tough one. I'm glad
They
I brought-
redeem themselves.
with a single. That now I'm drawing a blank on that. Afraid of the Dark.
Yes.
That single is fucking awesome.
Well,
I didn't.
the fact that the lyrics give shout outs to all the different eras, it's like, I want to hate you guys, but
Yeah, it's like
getting allergies right now.
and it's just gonna be a single. They're gonna go release a shit album. I'm calling that
At this
now.
point, I don't give a fuck because that single is so good.
Motionless in White, I like a lot. And you know who turned me on to him? The wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh.
because I was talking about Motionless in with you, and you dropped Ghost in the Mirror.
Yep.
Oh, wow, that's a throwback.
Throwback.
Because I brought up Creatures with you, how I love Creatures, and you brought up that.
Oh, that Creatures album.
Creatures is one of those
We
albums.
can talk about a whole episode of that album.
Yep.
Yeah, it's spooky.
Spooky.
All right,
It's perfection.
It is great.
is this band metal? System of a Down.
No.
I agree. I would have to agree too.
That
They
is
just always
lame, man.
they just always been hard rock.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd ask because sometimes like I get tricked into reading like top 10 metal albums of.
But you know
last-
what is metal about them? That concert footage. What was it in like Brazil last year or whatever? We're like, this is not a war zone. This is a system. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like, there's fires.
Yep. Them and Rage Against the Machine too, not metal.
Oh yeah, I would never.
Yep.
I'll be honest. I never go out of my way to put on Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
I almost bought one of their CDs a long time ago, but didn't.
But Audio Slave is great.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Era does a good cover of.
Yeah, that is right.
Yep.
All right. Is this band metal? I Prevail.
That's who was with 3 Days Grace. I couldn't remember.
So with them, I can maybe answer for you. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
They are metal, but now there's and I don't like doing these subgenres, but I laughed at this one. There is now a new subgenre of metal, octanecore.
So that's like Wage War.
Yep. Yep. Probably Motionless in White now.
Yeah.
Like all those bands. What's Pierce the Veil? No, Falling in Reverse.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Falling in
actually.
well, Pierce the Veil is
Yeah,
probably
Pierce the
one
Veil,
too.
yeah.
No, Pierce the Veil's too old, I think, to be on that.
Oh, maybe they are. I always.
But
screw
I
them
have
up.
Falling in Reverse on here too. Is Falling in Reverse a metal band?
No.
I had to be honest. I don't know any of their
I don't
songs.
know any.
No, I mean we listened to, what was the original or the first song that I heard that I really liked was
Monster.
was that the one where
I don't know.
Yeah.
With Tech Nine and
Yeah,
Slaughter to
something.
Prevail.
But we saw them live and it was
They're
I
octanecore.
I
man.
can't stand Ronnie Radke.
Yeah.
But what is it on Slaughter to Prevail's newer album? The song that features Ronnie.
yeah.
Ronnie does a good job. It's like, why?
Yeah. Slaughter
It gets stuck in
Prevail
your
I
head.
like. But I Prevail, it was funny because my wife is like, this is horrible. So this is where I judge stuff and I'm like, It was all right because the sound was not good for them. I mean, 3 Days Grace sounded great, but they didn't. They're okay. We saw them at Summer Loud too. They were there.
We left. Oh no, I went pee and I was not paying attention to them at all.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, I think I'm going to end with the last one I have to ask. They were at that show, and I think we all left before them. Is this band metal? Beartooth.
No, not anymore.
What do you mean by not anymore?
I think they are switching it up a little bit. I think they're going more into rock and,
I think they're trying to chase only hits now.
Yeah. So like the first 2 albums were pretty fucking rocking, right? And
I just always viewed them as heavy rock. Yeah. That's all I've ever. Yeah.
So I wouldn't consider them
to me. They're doing their thing too, but it's just it's not my style.
Yeah, it's not my, and so you can do all that, and and when we talk about the difference between now metal, new metal, heavy metal, core metal, death metal, thrash metal, all these things, right? Every single genre has the same thing. And I think you said it best, Colt, before when you said, if you put it on and your blood starts pumping right away, and it's, it carries the elements to do that.
Yeah, it's got that emotional value to it.
The emotional value.
Gets you.
Yep. Whatever gets you, gets you where you're getting. But I always respect the fact that everybody's got to play an instrument and everybody's busting their ass to be the best at their instrument and doing what they're doing. When you see this produced music of, I don't know how the fuck it was put together or built, right? And it's just artists going out there and doing shit. That stuff is soulless, and it's not metal.
No, it's definitely, and that's the one thing I feel bad for the people that overlook metal because it's screaming.
Yep.
But it's like you have people that are putting everything out there.
Yep.
You can pay, I'd like to say you can pay $20, but I think everything's more than $20.
$35 usually is going, right?
Now I got to
then there's ticket fees.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ticketmaster.
Okay, for $42, you can go see, someone.
There's a slap in the ass
just
fee.
fucking just shredding on guitar, a drummer that's just like insane, and then a vocalist that's putting everything out there, and a bassist that is also.
But every one of those elements can create a different emotion for you.
Mm-hmm. But when I say metal, right? Metal has always been, since my first finding of it, is something that gets me through.
That's what it does every day for me.
It gets me through. It changes my outlook. It can change my opinion. It can change my everything. And rock music can do that too. But not Tiffany or whatever her name is, Tiffany Swift. Yeah, not her. And again, she's got her own talent, right?
Yeah.
We're
not saying she's bad.
Yeah, I'm just saying it just doesn't crank my tile. Yeah. So,
doesn't crank my tile.
Yeah, well, I just made that up.
Yeah.
Shout out to Crank My Tile.
Yeah.
That's a new one. Hashtag that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, you put on Anthrax and you put on, State of Euphoria, and your life is like, holy shit, let's go.
Right.
And, you only have a moment to listen to it or enjoy it or go to a concert. So I think that's how we solve world problems. Everybody should go to more concerts.
They should. And this is one thing I always tell friends, that if you're thinking about getting into metal, I'll buy you a ticket to go to a show, a good show. But if you admit you liked it, you have to pay for the ticket.
Yep. And you should. And most people, if you bring them to the right show, they're going to go, holy fuck, what did just happen?
Exactly.
Guar, probably.
Yeah, well, Guar was okay. They were good. They weren't Soulfly. Soulfly fucking tore my face off.
But anyway, thank you for coming out. That's all the time we have for tonight, Eric.
Well, I love it. Thank you guys for having me. And again, when I'm down for anything. It's great. I love how our friendship has flourished. And
I was just gonna say,
pretty much over music.
You're a great friend, and the metal music is just a bonus on top of that.
Yeah, it's wonderful, and I appreciate it all too. And for those people who don't know, Clay and I will be sending back and forth songs probably on the weekly, about 4 to 5 a week. Check it out.
They leave me out of this, so I don't keep sending this.
It's not that.
Over and over.
You can get me in. But here's the deal, right? Is I know Clay doesn't listen to all mine, but I listen to all his.
I do check all yours out. I miss one every so often, but I try my best to go back. Yeah. But we're going to be enjoying Lorna Shore coming up soon.
Yeah.
But we're what page? What can people check out? Like, what page is the best one?
You can get me at the Mayor of GB on Instagram. I'm also the Mayor of GB on TikTok, and I'm also on. I use a lot of my music on Beer Guys 911_Wisconsin on Instagram as well.
Okay, yeah, be sure to check that out. Check out whatever stream
and put up devil horns.
Yeah, and next week we give a guitar to Ja Rule.
It's fridge break time.
Fridge break time.
Don't forget to follow. Give us a shout out. Whatever you gotta do.
I'm with that.
Hey, do you remember that one song with Ja Rule and Metallica?